That's the look you want in your house these days, right? Just a bunch of rotted barn wood everywhere. Welcome back, everybody. You're here with me in the workshop, working on this very custom, unique vanity. I had the wrong hinges, which offset this door to one side or the other, whichever side you're going to hang it on. So I've got the new hinges. These are Blum hinges, 1 1/4 overlay. That'll get us all centered up. I've got to finish this. I've got to give it. Are you ready? You ready for the colors? Put down in the description below, what color do you think this is going to be? It's a trend. It's along the lines of having a rustic barnwood door in your house. You probably guessed it. It's going to be a weathered gray wood. At least that's the look we're going for. Since I'm not matching it to an existing color or a sample, I just said give us something rustic and woody and gray antique-y. So I tried to get a wide selection for you, but there's not much to choose from out there. Lowe's had bare shelves. This is what I got at Home Depot. What do we get here? We got weathered gray and carbon gray. Sherwin-Williams was a bust. Went to 2 of their stores. It's very understaffed, very new, untrained people that knew nothing about mixing stains. That's how you do it there. They have a couple in stock. Well, they have a couple that are supposed to be in stock. Then you can mix custom colors or from a palette off of a base, kind of like how you go to the store and get paint mixed. Well, nobody knows how to do it anymore, and it's like a week. You got to wait for the guy that knows how to operate the machine. It's kind of crazy. So I had to go to my specialty paint store. They had some old masters, aged oak and Spanish oak. And we're going to see how this goes. I'm not going to jump into just throwing this on here. In fact, I've got to put this in a safe place. It's pretty dangerous having a nice piece of cabinetry just sitting in a workshop filled with chaos. All 4 of these stains are oil-based stains. This is my sandpaper drawer and also where I keep my wood glue. This is my go-to sander. It's got hundreds of hours on it. I'm going to go with 120 to start with. I may go to 220 before I put the top coat on. Here is our sample piece, Sandy. Sandy from Home Depot. Woo, lots of dust. This is a tack cloth. This is a sticky cloth. Get it at Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, everywhere. So I'm going to start off with the easiest ones for people to find, and that's going to be this Varathane from Home Depot. Going with the carbon gray first. Or should we try this one? Weathered gray. Let's do it with weathered gray. And these ones here are of a different class as far as quality, reputation, price. Got to get them mixed up, and you want a separate mixing stick for each can. You don't want to get them mixed up either. Ooh, it looks gray. What are we at? What was this one? Weathered gray. You can see the pigment's all down at the bottom. Probably should put my whole man onesie on, but we're gonna live a little dangerously. I'm just gonna do the rag style. You can brush this on, foam brush, but I'm gonna do it old school. Looks like paint. Well, this isn't very transparent. That is definitely not what we want. Although I do see a little bit of the grain in there. I'm not going to let that sit very long because we do want to see wood grains. It's just definitely not transparent enough. Now if you look at the can, it doesn't appear to be very transparent. Now if you look at this one called Carbon Gray, it appears to be a lot more transparent. You can see those darker grains. So hopefully this one will give us a better result. The heck am I going to do with that? That's a big waste of money. Go check out the links in the description. Get yourself a caulk gun hat so I can pay for all this stain. Okay, keep your fingers crossed that this is more transparent. You can see there's a big glob of pigment. Get that from the bottom. You gotta keep mixing it up until you don't have that big glob at the anymore. And you don't feel it on the bottom of the can. As I'm mixing this, I just see it as a darker version of this. So I don't have high expectations when I put this on the next corner. I'm gonna wipe with the grain and wipe it off pretty quick, but I don't want to wipe it off too quick because I'm going to be doing that large vanity over there, so I have to have some working time. Yeah, kind of what I expected. Just a darker version. It's been on there for a couple seconds. This here is starting to look better. Actually, it's lightening up considerably. This is almost looks like paint. There's no transparency at all. This next one is a gel stain. They say it's more concentrated and works well without a pre-stain on woods like this. What is woods like this? This sandy, poplar, maple, pine. It's all listed on the back here of what this is good for without a pre-stain. This is where the gel stain gets its name. Still need to mix it up into a good consistency. Still not very transparent to see any of these grains show through. So this next one is called Spanish oak, and as you can see, that's the color. It's very dark, but you still see wood grain through it. It's gonna be black, so I'm not even gonna waste my time using that. I'm gonna try something different. We're gonna try to get into some mixology. Got some natural. Let's put down some natural on sandy, see what it looks like. Natty. Let's give her a little mix up, see if there's anything in the bottom. I don't feel anything in the bottom, so there's no pigment like in the other ones. I did get the same Varathane from the old Home Depot. We're gonna put it in this square just to see what we're working with, and then we'll flip her over, do her on the other side. Oh, that looks nice. Maybe we should just do it natural. This is gonna be our base. Got a mixing cup right here. Gonna make a giant mess pouring this in here. Don't need much, just a little dab will do ya. How do we measure? I got these measuring cups. I put a link down these in the description for these measuring cups. I use them all the time for mixing. Heck, I even make my rum and cokes in here. 4 ounces right now. I'm gonna put up to 8, and that'll be my benchmark that I'll repeat if I have to. Try not to make a giant mess. Just a hair under 8. Made a minor mess. The very first one, I said, oh, that looks horrible. But out of these 3, that one looks the best. So I think this is the color I'm gonna mix into there. I got 8 ounces in there. I'm gonna add 1 ounce, 2 ounces, just dribble some in there. I think I'm just gonna kind of fly by the seat of my pants and start using this stick and dribbling it in there and do some passes. Okay, I'll flip Sandy over. If anybody is curious why I keep calling this piece of wood Sandy, that's the name of this plywood at Home Depot. So we've got a couple squares to work with, and like I said, we're going back to our option 1. I want it very transparent with a hint of gray, not gray, gray, gray. This is close, but it's still quite a bit gray. This is natural. Did we nail it the first try? What was that, 4? That's actually kind of close already. I'm going to count to 20 and wipe. See if we get any real gray on there. Not gray enough. Starting to work though, starting to work. You see these darker, deeper grains in there? They're starting to fill up with the gray, so we get some contrast. Gonna add some more in here. Gonna glove up though, forgot to glove up. We are still basically at 8 ounces. That's about 9 ounces. So 8 of natural, 1 of weathered gray. That's pretty close. So this is looking close to what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this entire square. Oops. And I want it a little bit darker, so I'm going to let it sit just a little bit longer. That was maybe a 5 to 7 second sit. Looks pretty dark there, doesn't it? But we're going to wipe quite a bit of that off. Okay, not much time has passed. We're going to try to wipe. That's our winner right there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So as I'm getting ready to start staining the cabinet, I just want to let you know that the colors you see might not be the colors that you would see in real life. I started the video out at a white balance of 4,500. These are kind of camera things that you got to worry about when you're a YouTuber. And you always got to change it. 4,500 gives you a little bit warmer tones as you look around the workshop. But I think 4,000 is a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to switch the white balance to 4,000. Is that right? To 4,000. And I think that'll be a little bit more accurate of true colors. How's that look? Does it look about right? Is this white? Are these white, or are they a little bit beige or yellow? When you're the #1 home improvement YouTube channel in the entire world, these are some of the things that you got to worry about. So I'm going to make a second batch of an 8-to-1 mixture that will be enough to do the door and the cabinet. Close enough, close enough. Don't get too excited. So the next step is to combine these two together. It doesn't matter if this was 8 to 1.5 ounces. It's going to get mixed together. And it'll be close enough. Like I said, we're not matching an existing piece of wood. We're just getting a look, a weathered gray look. Instagram and Pinterest says that this is what people want. This is what's gonna sell. This is the in style thing. Oops, don't want to do that. What side is this? This is the side that's furthest away from the door. Get to getting. Let's get her done. Just about exactly what I envisioned. There's enough transparency to see the change in the wood. You can definitely see these lines of dark gray in the grain of the wood. I'm tempted to give these panels here, these, a little bit more. You usually stop while you're ahead. Don't go overdoing things. But you know what? We're living a little dangerously. I think that's just right. Where's the top? Top's over here. Not even going to see the bottom, but that looks good too. Get the middle panel just a hair more. Just a hair more. Here's what it looks like wet. And this is exactly the look that I was told to achieve. It's transparent. Just to recap on what the formula was for this look, it's 8 parts natural and it's 1 part weathered gray. Of course you can't see that because I spilt it all over. Straight from Home Depot. Nothing else matched anywhere near the look that we were going for. Where there is, it looks real, looks like it's supposed to. Looks like this was sitting outside for at least 2 or 3 years. That's the look you want in your house these days, right? Just a bunch of rotted barn wood everywhere. Whoo! Look at that. That's one of the best weathered gray, what is it? Weathered wood gray? Gosh, they have so many different names these days. But this is the look everybody wants. I'll put a clip in here of what you can find for sale on the shelf at Lowe's. They've got a whole bay filled with weathered wood and 90% of it is now gray. Used to be fake barn wood, like still had the brown tones in it. Now it's all gray. I don't know how long this fat'll last, but it's selling like hotcakes.